Along the central basin of the River Shannon at the northeastern end of Lough Ree lies the county of Longford. Usually, fishers and pleasure cruisers are drawn to this low-lying landscape, but this weekend it's flat-out rally crews that are angling for points on round 2 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship, the Midlands Stages Rally.
With an impressive entry here in Longford, the competition is relentless for round 2 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship. And the National Series yet again this year has proven that it can draw in the big numbers and the calibre crews. Sam, absolutely nobody could catch you in Nina. I'm sure you're looking for a repeat performance.
Yeah, a repeat performance would be great. I don't think Declan's going to let me away with that. They're fast, tricky stages here and a lot of commitment in them, so we need to be up early this morning, keep the toe in.
We have plenty of grip today, so looking forward to getting out there against Sam again. And of course, we can't forget Manus and Roy there too, 2 serious competitors.
Competition here is massive. Lots of really quick guys here. So if you're not quick out of the blocks here, you'll never ever get the time back during the day. So we're going to try and be sharp out of the blocks this morning.
Manus, it's your first outing of the season. It's a calibre entry yet again. Who have you your eye on?
Oh, them all of. Nah, it's great to be back out again. We're just going to try and get settled on as quick as we can, see how we do.
Under the watchful eye of Clerk of the Course Sean Cahill, the Midland Motor Club have mapped out 3 demanding stages which will be ran 3 times. There is no doubt that the crews and the cars will be put through their paces before they see that all-important finish line.
And let's take a look at those stages now. The first begins south of Longford town and runs for 9.5 kilometres around Killashee village. The 9.9 kilometre second test starts south of Lanesborough and finishes at Newton Cashel, while the final and longest stage of the loop begins at Keena village and runs for 18.7 kilometres. In stark contrast to the opening round in Nina, conditions could not have been better, much to the delight of organisers, spectators and competitors alike. Sam Moffat's busy season continued apace as he swapped his tarmac campaigning Fiesta R5 for the WRC spec version he's using to contest the National and Forestry Series with. The fine weather and fast-flowing stages really suited the Monaghan driver and his navigator Carl Atkinson as they set 3 fastest times in a row to move into an impressive lead of 33.5 seconds. Former tarmac champions and 2-time winners of the National Series, Declan and Brian Boyle, endured a frustrating opening loop. The Donegal cousins struggled to match Moffat's pace and had a couple of half spins in their similar machine.
And then a 2 right, absolute. And a 2 right, one left straight through. Then a 2 right here, absolute, and a 3 right. Into a 3, into a 3. And then a 2 left, cut the speed for 3 left, 3 right. Then a 3 right cut this at 100, up with a 2 right absolute, up with a 2 right over crest, braking, from kink 3 left tightens.
Another to struggle was fellow Donegal man Manus Kelly in the S12B WRC. An early altercation with a chicane bail and a time-consuming spin saw himself and navigator Gareth Doherty slip from 2nd to 3rd after stage 3.
Absolute 3 right, don't cut. Absolute 3 right, don't cut. 60, very fast 3 right, and a fast 5 left. Big cut, fast 5 left, big cut. 60, fast 4 right over crest. 40, very fast 3 left, big cut. 60.
Defending national champions Roy White and James O'Brien were determined to get out of the blocks as quick as they could in their Fiesta WRC, and they were 3rd quickest on 2 of the opening 3 stages. They had to be content with 4th overall, however, as a medium compound tyre that they opted for seemed to go off towards the end of the loop. Niall Maguire and Enda Sherry went for a soft compound tyre on their S12 BWRC, and the Monaghan crew felt they were losing grip by stage 3. They held 5th place, 28 seconds off white.
At the bottom, 4 right at the pole, don't cut.
Another driver looking to change to a harder compound is Ian Barrett in the Darien T90. The Kildare man was 6th overall and leading the two-wheel drive contingent with navigator Owen O'Flaherty.
What a beautiful car to see out there.
Yeah, it's going good. First 2 stages been okay. We stalled on the second stage, my fault, in the gravel area, and just clipped the bail and stuff. But we ran a soft tyre on the rear, and it started to go off in that last stage. So we'll go up to a medium tyre now for the next loop.
No problems for Adrian Hetherington and Andrew Grennan in the Ford Escort Mark II. The Tyrone crew were 2nd in class and 7th overall, just 1.3 seconds off Barrett's Darien. Pat Dunnigan and Alan Keena were lying 8th overall and 3rd in class, but over 20 seconds off the two-wheel drive frontrunners. A further 4.8 seconds off Dunnigan in another Escort were Brian Brogan and Damien McGettigan. The Donegal crew unlucky to puncture a tyre on stage 3. Rallying on stages so close to his home, Tommy Doyle was contesting his local rally in an Escort Mark II immaculately prepared by Philip Case.
Tommy, it is an absolutely beautiful car to watch out there.
Yeah, it's a lovely car. It's such a day for it. It's brilliant.
And how are you finding the stages?
That stage is quite good, but they are quite gravelly. When you see a day like this, you think you have ocean's grip, but some parts of it are very slippy.
Reigning junior champion Gary McNamee was having a great drive to lead Class 11F and hold 10th overall, but he was having some gear selection issues in his Honda Civic.
Small bump at 60, double crest bump, 2 right, 130, 6 right over gravel, 40, think ahead.
Less than a second behind in 11th were Group N leaders Neil and Jared Tohill in their Mitsubishi.
Absolute crest, 130, keep going. 1 right is absolute down here, 150 to long 2 right is absolute, 130. This long 2 right is absolute, 130. Crest 80 to chicane, right entry 4 bails.
Just 4 seconds back in a terrific battle for the class lead were Sean Gallagher and Claire Flanagan. Group N winner from the opening round, David Guest, was 3rd in class and 14th overall, with Paddy Robinson calling the notes this time round. 10 seconds further back, the Subaru Impreza of Paul Barrett and Declan Tumblety occupied 4th in class and 15th overall.
Minus 180 over bad bumps. And Kerr into caution, 3 right, minus 300 over bumps. Oh, all right.
Tying with Barrett was the Mitsubishi of former Group N champion Shane Maguire.
And flat 2 right half long, 60, flat mid on small crest at the pole, 60, 3 right don't cut, into flat 2 left in.
Here's the Fiesta of Blackburn's John Stone, who recently won the Rosekirk stages in the UK with his son Alex in the hot seat, dispelling misconceptions about what people with Down syndrome can do.
John, your son has Down syndrome, but he's also your co-driver.
Yeah, he is. We've won a couple of rallies back in the UK. We've been doing it about 4 or 5 years now, and the whole point is just to prove that people with that disability can achieve decent things.
Alex wasn't sitting with his dad this time out. Instead, Irishman Patrick Brides guided John to the top of Class 20, and they held 12th overall by the end of Stage 3.
John, how's that loop suit you?
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Honestly, lads in the UK, you need to get over here. It's just, the people are friendly anyway, but the stages are just flat out. Absolutely brilliant.
Lee, all the way over from Scotland and registered for the championship. What's made you come to Ireland for rallying?
Oh, I just love the tar over here. It's one of the best places to come, so I'm here to have a shot.
And how have the stages gone for you so far today?
We had a wee bit of incidents this morning, just with set up and that, suspension, but we're back here and we're moving now, definitely on it.
No complaints from the drivers then after some seriously fast stages in the glorious sunshine. But so far it's Sam Moffat who's outshining everybody at the Midland Moto Stages Rally.
Beautiful weather here in Longford makes for perfect rallying conditions, and Sam Moffat is in the lead. Can he hold on to it? Join us for more after the break.
Welcome back to County Longford for part 2 of the Midland Moto Stages Rally, round 2 of the Triton Showers National Rally Championship. The fine weather had everyone in good spirits, and thanks to the hospitality of local residents, there was even time for afternoon tea. Not so relaxed at the start of stage 4 though, as the crews got ready to tackle the second loop of 3 stages. Another flawless drive from Sam Moffat saw the Monaghan man stretch his overall advantage to 42.9 seconds after stage 6. There seemed to be no stopping the former Young Rally Driver of the Year. Declan Boyle was clearly trying hard to catch Moffat. Too hard as he overshot and spun a couple of times over the repeat loop. The Donegal man still held on to second as his cousin Brian tried his best to calm things down a bit inside the Fiesta WRC.
Yeah. And a one right now. One right now. Don't cut the one right. And a 2 left. 150. 2 right absolute past the walls. 300.
With his Subaru still bearing the scars from his previous mishap, Manus Kelly was still third, but seemed to be struggling with some of the narrower sections in the bigger car, and he slipped up again on stage 5.
Keep it neat, this gravelly. Right square left. 100 over gravel. 3 right over the bump gravel. Only 40. And caution square right deceptive. Watch it at 30. 400 up over the bumps. Oh.
With such fast stages and the deceptive conditions, Roy White kept his nose clean to hold 4th overall, just 6.4 seconds off Kelly. 3-time champion and veteran of the National Series, Niall Maguire admits that he can't match the pace of the new guard, but he's still impressive to watch as he held 5th in his Subaru WRC.
And 2 left, 80, and turn hairpin left. Right, 140. Over big crest, okay, 140.
In the 2-wheel drive battle, Ian Barrett fitted harder compound tyres to the rear of his Darrion T90, and he consolidated his position, leading the class by 11 seconds and holding 6th overall. Trailing Barrett in 7th, Adrian Hetherington's Escort had been just 1.3 seconds off the Darrion, but he lost time with an overshoot on stage 5, leaving it all to do in the final loop. Despite climbing to 8th overall and 3rd in class, Brian Brogan felt his Escort was lacking top speed on the fast sections and was eager to get to service to change his gear ratio for the final stages. Sadly, a couple of drivers wouldn't make those last stages as Pat Dunnigan and Alan Keena retired with mechanical trouble on stage 4. Also out on the same stage was local driver Tommy Doyle and navigator Liam Moynihan. Engine trouble the culprit for their exit. This is one way to get around the service area back in Longford Town, and you'd never know who you might bump into as WRC star Craig Breen chats with Carl Atkinson, navigator for rally leader Sam Moffat.
Really enjoying it. They're nice stages. Thomas, the car set up perfectly. Carl's calling the notes 100%. We couldn't be happier.
We had 3 or 4 spins all day, lost a lot of time there, but Sam was on a big pace. What do we need to do now in the next 3 is stay ahead of Roy White there and Manus Kelly and try and finish second.
Roy, there's some competition out there.
Pace is very hard. I mean, Sam is away on his own, but Declan and Manus and ourselves and Niall, everyone else, the pace is very quick out there. We have to keep raising our game all the time. So it's good fun. The stages are good.
Time to see who came top of their class now, and taking maximum points in the historics were Iarla Carty and Joe White in the Austin Mini. Ronan Campbell and Paul Corrie took second place in the Escort Mark II. But taking the win in their BMW 2002 was Belfast crew Malcolm Pedlow and John Henderson. Jason Black and Jack McKenna got their season off the ground with a 3rd place in the junior class. Michael Boyle and Dermot McCafferty followed up their junior win at the opening round with the runner-up spot at round 2. Absent from round 1, Johnny Traynor and Adrian Foley kicked off their junior campaign with a class win in Longford.
It wasn't easy. Them guys are quick, and the people doesn't realise how quick the juniors are, you know. The crazy times, you know. We would have finished 10th overall here today, and it paid off for us, you know, and hopefully it's a good year. Hopefully it'll keep going the way it's going, you know.
In Class 1, second place secured maximum points for Leitrim's Stephen Reynolds and Derek McCarthy, while unregistered crew Dara Kenny and David Gibbons from Roscommon took the class win in the Honda Civic.
Absolutely flat now, down at your 1 left. And only 60 after your sign 5 right.
In Class 2, Tipperary's Andrew Kearney and Owen O'Neill took maximum points in their Fiesta R2 with 4th place. While unregistered crew Kyle White and Sean Topping took the class win in the Peugeot 208 R2. In Class 3, it was 2 maximum scores in a row for Englishman Nick Barnett, with Irishman Martin Brady navigating in the Honda Civic. Some late gear selection issues in the Vado-backed Subaru saw Paul Barrett's push for the Group N win fall away, and he finished 4th in class and 15th overall. Shane Maguire took 3rd in Class 4 in the Triton Mitsubishi. There was a terrific battle for the top spot, and Neil Tohill led David Guest by 4 seconds going into the final stage. And this is the moment that cost the Dubliner the win, as he had to settle for 2nd in class and 9th overall, losing out by just 4 seconds to Corkman Guest on the very last stage. Guest finishing 8th overall with navigator Paddy Robinson.
David, 2 for 2 in the Group N.
Yeah, we really had to work hard for today, so it was great race, very tight in the end, but we came out on top, so that was the main thing.
Niall Maguire and Enda Sherry took home the Class 7 trophy and finished 4th overall for their efforts in the Triton Subaru. Local crew Shane Healy and Emma Donlan won Class 10 in their Peugeot 205. Paul O'Brien climbed to the top of the Class 11F points table with 3rd place in Longford. Sam Johnson and Colin Duffy took 2nd in class on their home rally. But with over 2.5 minutes to spare in the end, Gary McNamee and Dean O'Sullivan took a convincing win in Class 11F and finished a fantastic 7th overall in their Honda Civic.
Gary, driver of the day and 7th overall. You must be delighted.
Yeah, absolutely thrilled. The day went great from the start, so I loved the stages and the car performed really well as well.
Jason Tuttle and Ben Taggart made it 2 maximum scores in a row as they won Class 11R in their Escort Mark 1.
First square right round the wheels here too. Gravel on. And 300 go. It's ballsy in here now. It's ballsy. Don't left 5 left long. Now watch the bump on it. Don't left 5 left long. Watch the bump on it.
Giving the locals something to shout about, Longford's John Maguire took 3rd in Class 12, with Paul Gallagher navigating in the Escort Mark 2. Roscommon crew Vincent Collins and Fintan Kilroe had to settle for the runner-up spot on their home rally. But taking the Class 12 win and 17th overall were James Cassidy and Karen Kelly in another Mark 2.
Then 3 right, don't cut into 2 left over bump 60 and turn hairpin left 100. Turn hairpin left 100. Care, middle over crest bump, okay, 100.
There was a tough battle for the Class 13 honours among the 2-litre two-wheel drive machines, where Thomas O'Connell and Emmett Sherry took 3rd place and finished 16th overall. 14th overall and 2nd in Class 13 went to Cormac Phelan and Katya Earle in their Honda Civic. But taking the win by 25 seconds were Barry Morris and Declan Campbell, who finished 10th overall in their stunning Escort. Colin O'Rourke's fine 2.5-litre example took 3rd place in the Class 14 battle, finishing 19th overall with navigator Martin Byrne. An excellent drive by Brian Brogan secured 2nd in class and 6th overall, with Damien McGettigan calling the notes. There was late drama for class leaders Ian Barrett and Owen O'Flaherty, who were forced to retire from 5th overall when their Darien developed engine trouble. Adrian Hetherington and Andrew Grennan almost came a cropper at a Stage 8 chicane, but they escaped with superficial damage to top the two-wheel drive section and finish 5th overall.
We pushed hard all day. Ian Bart had a wee bit of misfortune there on the second last stage, but we're the first car home, that's the way it goes, you know. Sometimes I have that misfortune too.
Local crew Michael and Raymond Shaw brought their Mitsubishi home to 3rd in Class 15. Gavin Gallagher and Fintan Monaghan took 2nd in class in their Evo 8.
2 left over crest, 100, crest 130. 130 after the crest into a 4 right. 4 right here, 130 out.
But taking the Class 15 win in the Evo 7 was Roscommon crew Colin Flanagan and Barry McLaughlin. Campaigning in their recently acquired Skoda Fabia, Paul McCann and Paddy Plunkett scored their first points of the season with 3rd in Class 20. Scotsman Lee Hastings took 2nd in Class 20 and finished 13th overall, with Alistair Wiley navigating in the Subaru Impreza. John Stone had led Class 20 going into the final stage, but he slid his Ford Fiesta off midway through, leaving the way clear for fellow UK visitor Andrew Dudgeon to take the class win and finish 12th overall with navigator Joe Dooley. There was more drama in the battle for the overall win too, as Declan Boyle crashed his Fiesta WRC out on stage 7. There's no doubt the Donegal man was still pushing very hard, but it was an unlucky slide into a chicane that put him out of the rally.
Declan, talk me through what happened.
On stage 7 there, we come flat out in 6th gear into a chicane. It took off on the braking and went sideways and hit one bale, and that threw us up on top of like a ditch, and there was a couple of trees in the ditch. But anyway, the car is, I suppose, is bad enough, but it could be worse.
Boyle's exit promoted Manus Kelly to 2nd place, but the Donegal man spun on stage 8 and he had slipped to 3rd overall, with Gareth Doherty navigating in the Subaru WRC. Roy White's consistency stood to him once again as he slotted into 2nd place with navigator James O'Brien. The reigning champions will be happy with the result, but still looking for their first outright win together. Leading from start to finish, Sam Moffat drove impeccably throughout the day to score his 2nd commanding victory in a row, this time with Carl Atkinson guiding him in the Fiesta WRC. They arrived back to rally headquarters at the Longford Arms Hotel in Longford Town with a pipe band escort leading the way. But at this early stage of the championship, it's very much Sam Moffat calling the tunes.
You know, we had a great battle all morning. Unfortunately, Declan left this evening, and yeah, really looking forward to the next round, and it's been a great championship.
So there's confirmation of Sam's convincing win, which sees him stretch his lead at the top of the points table to 41 points. Roy White is 2nd, Niall Maguire 3rd, Adrian Hetherington up to 4th, and David Guest is 5th.
Sam Moffat takes 2 wins from 2 here in Longford, and yet again he does so with over a minute to spare. He's really setting the bar here for the 2017 Triton Showers National Rally Championship. Join us in a few weeks' time when we go to Sam's hometown, Monaghan. We'll see you then.